But my idea, actually my own personal idea, was simple. We don't make the fuel cell smaller. We make the gas can smaller, right? They can have as big of a fuel cell as they want, right? But we can definitely control how much fuel they're putting in the race car. And that would be interesting to know that they could start the race with a full tank of fuel, and as the race went on, that full tank of fuel cannot be refilled back up to full again unless strategy is played where they are able to keep it all the way till the end. Changing the amount of fuel you're able to put in that car doesn't fix the broad opinion, but what it would add is strategy. And if I explain this properly, maybe you guys can agree or disagree with me. Everybody starts the race with a full tank of fuel, but you say you have a 13, 14-gallon fuel tank, but you only have 10 gallons that you can refuel. What do? Do you run the long distance and run it out, and then you're only able to top it off with the 10 gallons of fuel that you have? Or do you conserve enough during the race to make sure that every time you're pumping in, you're filling back to the top, and then be it no cautions or maybe a long green flag run at the end, now you still have your full tank of fuel to run it to the end. Then you can outrun everybody in the field. What do you guys think about that? I know it's a strategy. I know it's if was a fifth, but I really do feel like that we could hit onto something, and it would be that simple. Just changing the size of the refueling mechanism into your car. I'll start with you, Taz Taylor. What do you think about that?
I don't think I would go down to that route. My thinking is we stop doing this. Everybody goes down to pit road under caution, and then with like 2 laps left under the caution period, everyone comes down for that like little splash just to top things off. Like, no, you got your fuel during that time. That should be it. Like, I understand you want the most fuel possible, but at the same time, you're under pit road, under yellow, get the fuel you need now. Otherwise, if you're so worried about track positioning and fuel, maybe you need to figure out your game when it comes to your one pit strategy under yellow. So when you go down with everybody else, okay, say if you came down as the leader and you came out of pit road in 3rd place, okay, you lost 2 spots. Not a big deal. You're still in the front. You got your fuel. If you didn't get enough fuel, that should be on you and your team. There should be no, okay, we're going to fill us up at 3/4 of the way, and then maybe with like 2 laps before we go back to green, we come back down, do like a splash of fuel, and that's about it. No, it should, your fuel stop should be when it's under yellow. If we do green flag stops and do that, okay, great. But I don't know. I wasn't entirely a fan of let's go down and fuel for 5 seconds with everybody going down, and then let's go down 2 laps before green just to top things off. Like, you should have done your fuel at that point.
I don't feel that. Because it's just another strategy. And most of those people that went back down pit road with 1 to go were people towards the end trying to find a different strategy to make up the distance, especially when we was going through these periods where everybody was just playing follow the leader. So some of these teams were just trying to find a different strategy, maybe be able to get past the green flag pit stops that everybody else, so you didn't have all these cars coming down at one time, and we see the near wrecks and everything else. And I think we might have seen one in at least one of this series where they overshot and wrecked. I think one spun out. There was no caution. I can't remember if there was a caution in any of the 3 due to that. But you kind of make it where if you have 3 or 4 or 5 of you all that went down for a splash, now you can wait till everybody gets out of your way if you have green flag stops. I'm not hateful on that whole strategy, but I will play devil's advocate a little bit here. NASCAR spends what billions of dollars every year in the technology and the wind tunnels and all the science and all the technology goes behind all these cars. And NASCAR hires some of the most brilliant minds in all of racing to be crew chiefs and engineers and everything else, mechanics, all the whole shebang. So if we decide to go to 10-gallon tank or gas cans, just using that as the example, do we not assume that these guys would just find another way to make it a fuel mileage thing and just work it a different way, and we still have the same result? Like, yes. We can change things, but these guys are the best of the best at what they do. Right. So they're going to find a way to put us right back where we're at. It's not the first time this has ever happened. It took a while to come back, circle back around. That's what's just going to happen again. Just a strategy and trying to find a way to, be there at the end, and less fuel at the last stop, as much, make that last pit stop as fast as possible. That's all they harped about, was just save as much fuel, because whoever saves the most gas, that last pit stop is the quickest one in and out. And they're going to do the same thing. They're just going to find a different way to do it.